Page 10. We're now at the second meaning of the previous entry, accommodation. The second meaning of accommodation, uncountable noun. Accommodation is a space in buildings or vehicles that is available for certain things, people, or activities. Formal. The school occupies split site accommodation on the main campus. Synonyms of accommodation. Noun. Housing. A shortage of affordable housing. Board. Free room and board are provided for all hotel staff. Lodging. Lodging. Board. Lodging. If you're provided with lodging or lodgings, you're provided with a place to stay for a period of time. You can use lodgings to refer to one or more of these places. Accommodation. Lodging. He was given free lodging in a 3-room flat. Dwelling. Some 3,500 new dwellings are planned for the area. Usage of accommodation. In American English, accommodation is usually a countable noun. The motel provides cheap accommodations and good steaks. Steak. Steak. Beef. Steak. The motel provides cheap accommodations and good steaks. Collocations of accommodation. Noun. Noun plus accommodation, hotel, student, emergency. Adjective plus accommodation, overnight, rental, sheltered. Temporary, affordable, cheap, comfortable, suitable. Verb plus accommodation include, offer, provide, book, find. Noun plus accommodation, office. The next entry, accompaniment. Accompniment. Accompaniment. Accompaniments. The accompaniment to a song or tune is the music that is played at the same time as it and forms a background to it. Accompaniment. He sang My Funny Valentine to a piano accompaniment. The second meaning of accompaniment, countable noun. An accompaniment is something which goes with another thing. This recipe makes a good accompaniment to ice cream. Phrase. If something happens to the accompaniment of another, they happen at the same time. The team came out to the accompaniment of fireworks. The next entry, accompanist. 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 Countable noun. An accompanist is a musician, especially a pianist, who plays one part of a piece of music while someone else sings or plays the main tune. Accompanist. The next entry, accompany. 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 Accompanies, accompanying, accompanied. The first meaning, verb. If you accompany someone, you go somewhere with them. Formal. Ken agreed to accompany me on the trip to Africa. The Prime Minister, accompanied by the governor, led the president up to the house. The second meaning, verb. If one thing accompanies another, it happens or exists at the same time or as a result of it. Formal. This volume of essays were designed to accompany an exhibition in calling. Have I met this word before? Calling. L-O-N-G-E. Cologne.
Cologne.
Cologne is a kind of weak perfume. A perfume. This volume of essays was designed to accompany an exhibition in Cologne. The third meaning, verb. If you accompany a singer or a musician, you play one part of a piece of music while they sing or play the main tune. He sang and Alex accompanied him on the piano. Synonyms, accompany, verb, escort. I escorted him to the door. The second synonym, guide. He took the bewildered Elliot by the arm and guided him out. Lead. He took Dixon by the hand to lead him into the house. Usher. I've never seen this before. Usher. Usher. If you usher someone somewhere, you show them where they should go, often by going with them. Usher. I ushered him into the office. The next entry, accompli. A-C-C-O-M-P-L-I. See, fight, accompli. How is it pronounced? F-A-I-T. Fight, fate. Au fait. If you are au fait with something, you are familiar with it and know about it. Children who are so much more au fait with today's technology, au fait, I've seen this before, is at the back of my brain, au fait. Many years ago. I seen this many years ago. Au fait, fait accompli. The next entry, accomplice. A-C-C-O-M-P-L-I-C-E. Accomplice. American accomplice. Countable noun. Someone's accomplice is a person who helps them to commit a crime. Oh. I've seen a word similar. I've seen something similar. An accessory to a crime. Accessory. Accomplice. Someone's accomplice is a person who helps them to commit a crime. The gunman escaped on a motorcycle being ridden by an accomplice. The one who helped someone to commit a crime. Accomplice. The next entry, accomplish. A-C-C-O-M-P-L-I-S-H. Accomplish. In America, accomplish. Accomplishes, accomplishing, accomplished. The first meaning, verb. If you accomplish something, you succeed in doing it. If we'd all work together, I think we could accomplish our goal. They're skeptical about how much will be accomplished by legislation. The next entry, accomplished. A-C-C-O-M-P-L-I-S-H-E-D. Accomplished. American accomplished. Adjective. If someone is accomplished at something, they are very good at it. They are very good at it. They are very good at it. I'm never a big fan of flap T or flap D. Like, I'm not feeling like saying they are very good at it. I'm trying to say they are very good at it, but it sounds a bit strange. They are very good at it. 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 They are very good at it. They are very good at it. Formal. She is an accomplished painter. Accomplishment. American accomplishment. A-C-C-O-M-P-L-I-S-H-M-E-N-T. The first meaning, countable noun. An accomplishment is something remarkable that has been done or achieved. For a novelist, that's quite an accomplishment. The second meaning, countable noun. Your accomplishments are the things that you can do well or the important things that you have done. Formal. The next entry, accord. Accords, according, accorded. A-C-C-O-R-D. Accord. The first meaning, countable noun. An accord between countries or groups of people is a formal agreement. For example, to end a war, a fitting way to celebrate the peace accord. The second meaning, verb. If you are accorded a particular kind of treatment, people act towards you or treat you in that way. Formal. His predecessor was accorded an equally tumultuous welcome. What's that word? T-U-M-U-L-T. M-U-L-T-U-O-U-S. Tumultuous. 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 Tumultuous.
Tumultuous.
Tumultuous or tumultuous.
Tumultuous.
Tumultuous. Tumultuous.
Tumultuous.
Tumultuous. A tumultuous event or period of time involves many exciting and confusing events or feelings. Tumultuous. Changes in the war-torn region. Involves many exciting and confusing events or feelings. So it has lots of feelings involved. Some people are happy, some people are angry. Tumultuous. Tumultuous. His predecessor was accorded an equally tumultuous welcome. So some people welcomed him, some people didn't. If you're accorded a particular kind of treatment, people act towards or treat you in that way. Accorded was received an equally tumultuous welcome. The government accorded him the rank of colonel. I never know how to pronounce this word. Colonel. Or colonial, I'm not sure it's not right. Colonial.
Colonial.
Colonial. Colonial means relating to countries that are colonies. Colonism. Colonial. How do you pronounce colony? Colony. Colony.
Colony.
Colonial and colony. It's like a general. Lieutenant Colonel James rose to the chamber. Colonel. Omit the L. Colonel. A colonel is a senior officer in an army, air force, or the Marines. How about the Navy? A colonel. The government accorded him the rank of colonel. The treatment accorded to a United Nations official was little short of insulting. The third meaning, verb. If one fact, idea, or condition accords with another, they are in agreement and there is no conflict between them. Formal. Such an approach accords with the principles of socialist ideology. Accords. Agree with the principles of socialist ideology. The fourth meaning, see also according to. The fifth meaning, phrase. If one person, action, or fact is in accord with another, they are in agreement and there is no conflict between them. You can also say that two people or things are in accord. Formal. This military action taken in accord with the United Nations resolutions. The safe meaning phrase. If something happens of its own accord, it seems to happen by itself without anyone making it happen. Without anyone making it happen. In many cases, the disease will clear up of its own accord. The seventh meaning phrase. If you do something of your own accord, you do it because you want to without being asked or forced. He did not quit as France's prime minister of his own accord. The eighth meaning phrase. If a number of people do something with one accord, they do it together or at the same time because they agree about what should be done. Literary. With one accord, they turned and walked back over the grass. Synonyms of accord. Noun, agreement. The two countries signed an agreement to jointly launch satellites. Treaty. Negotiations over a 1992 treaty on global warming. Pact. P-A-C-T. What is this? Pact. A pact is a formal agreement between two or more people, organizations, or governments to do a particular thing. So a formal agreement between two parties. Pact. Last month he signed a new non-aggressive pact with Germany. The next entry, accordance. A-C-C-O-R-D-A-N-C-E. Accordance. Phrase. If something is done in accordance with a particular rule or system, it is done in the way that the rule or system says that it should be done. Entries which are not in accordance with the rules will be disqualified. The next entry, accordingly. The first meaning, adverb. Used accordingly to introduce a fact or a situation which is the result of consequence of something that you have just referred to. We have a different background. Accordingly, we have the right to different futures. The second meaning, adverb. If you consider a situation and then act accordingly, the way you act depends on the nature of the situation. It is a difficult job and they should be paid accordingly. The next entry, according to. The first meaning, phrase. If someone says that something is true according to a particular person, book, or other source of information, they are indicating where they got their information. Philip stayed at the hotel, according to Mr. Hamming. He and his father, according to local gossip, haven't been in touch for years. The second meaning, phrase. If something is done according to a particular set of principles, these principles are used as the basics for the way it is done. They both played the game according to the rules. The third meaning, phrase. If something varies according to a changing factor, it varies in a way that is determined by this factor. Prices vary according to the quantity ordered. The fourth meaning, phrase. If something happens according to a plan, it happens in exactly the way that it was intended to happen. If all goes according to plan, the first concert will be Tuesday evening. This is the end of page 10.